Thank you for coming to Politics and Life. This is Jordan. I hope all of you guys are having a blessed day. If you wouldn't mind, please like and comment and subscribe. Today we are reacting to a video that has been going mega viral this past week, and it is from Worcester, Massachusetts. Sorry I pronounced that wrong, but it became one of the first states that is now trans sanctuary city. That is where we are at today in America. Instead of the illegals being sanctuary cities where they give them free everything over tax-paying citizens, now they're making transgender people sanctuary city, which that doesn't even really make sense to me. What right supposedly has been taken over since Trump's been in the White House? Zero. You have the same rights as before, and you're going to continue to have the same rights. The only thing is we don't like you pushing these beliefs onto the children, because the children are most vulnerable and they are still developing at young ages, and we need to leave the children out of this nonsense. If you want to dress up like a woman and you're a man, or vice versa, that's fine with you, but don't push it on the younger generations. Don't force it on adults as well. Do your own thing, and then everything will be fine, and we will all be at peace. Anyways, we're going to react to it together. It is very entertaining and a little bit funny, not going to lie. Let's get it started, y'all. Please like, comment, subscribe.
You better prepare for trans people to make this a very easy to protect me, because the federal government won't. And if you think you're afraid of Trump, you should see how afraid of Trump I am.
Can you wrap up, please?
Yes, I can. If you say that you're afraid of Trump and that's why you don't want the city to be a safe space for trans people, you better prepare for trans people to make this a very unsafe space.
So she starts off by saying, if you don't do it, we're going to say we're going to make it very uncomfortable. What is that supposed to mean? Is that inciting violence right there? This is from the party that's intolerant, that accepts everyone. But if you don't do or cower down to what they demand, which is just pretending to be someone they're not, then they're going to incite violence, they're going to threaten you, and they're going to cry like little babies. This is where we have come to in the year 2025, and it is embarrassing that grown adults are dressing and acting like this in public. How are you so scared of Trump? What has he done that's so terrifying? They can never name a single thing that's fact-based. Instead, they just fearmonger and threaten and tell you what you're going to do for him. And that's just not how it works in the United States of America. If you want respect, you need to give it back and show it as well.
I'm shaking right now. I don't want to be here.
And why are you there?
I'm sorry. Am I taking too long pleading for my life?
You remembered how many children I have and that 2 of them are trans.
I speak as both the B and the T in the LGBT.
I'm multiply disabled. I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which is a connective tissue disorder that causes me immense.
Another thing in regards to these people, and sorry it comes out like that, but I mean, this is just not normal behavior. A lot of them have been picked on, have been, let's say, sexually abused by their parents, or live in a single parent household. This is the type of people they target, people who might just need to see a doctor or to talk to someone because they are stressed or having issues of their own. And they put into their head that they are not the right gender, and then they groom them, and then they give them these pills that have no long-term studies. I hope YouTube doesn't ban me for saying that, but it's true. There is no long-term studies on any of this. And we're using the kids, these guinea pigs, and it's sickening.
Physical pain. I'm on the autism spectrum, and I have narcolepsy, and I couldn't drive myself here, so I had to hide from my driver. I was in drag, which is not an easy thing to do in drag.
I do not want to be here. It's my day off. I do not want to be in your DMs. I do not want to be in your email inboxes.
They all have the same type of approach. They just scream, yell, and it's all about them. This is the victim mentality from the left. These are the type of people that are voting Democrat these days. They are professional victims. I'm not saying every person that votes Democrat's that, but this is not normal behavior from grown adults at all. And it's all about them and how they feel.
Do not want my creativity writing diss tracks like Kendrick. I don't want to spend an hour applying glitter on my face so that you will hear and see me. I want you to listen to me.
Let us remember that the Nazis burned the books the Nazis burned books on gender sciences first. Now the administration has villainized and marginalized migrant workers, trans, LGBT people, and even special needs denying life-saving and affirming care.
Can you look at me and tell me how many of my friends need to die?
Life-saving and affirming care. Again, there's no long-term studies on any of this. It's ridiculous that people are saying that till this day. Oh, you don't call me by my preferred pronoun. You are violent and you are wishing violence on me. No, we're just calling you as we see it. It's really not that hard to get. It's biology. This person, though, she or he, it's a he, obviously pretending to be a woman. He has some serious attitude.
Before you do anything,
Please wrap
look
up.
at me.
Okay, we're all done here.
Fucking
Hey,
pathetic.
no, we're all done. Come on.
Of course, we need to continue celebrating Black History Month because in spite of what's coming down from Washington, we all know that we all exist and we all need to be recognized for our existence.
But be aware that you are a guest in my house when you come. And when you come, know that there are strong queer and trans people in my classroom who will collect you with the quickness.
My name in drag is Dee Dee Delight. And my name out of drag is Dewey Cosgrove Atienza.
Laddie LaRouge, he, they, in drag, District 3.
My legal name is Olivia D'Ambrosio. My public name is Livy Scanlon. My wife and I own a home in the Canal District.
I speak as someone who is always misgendered, like all the time.
He looks like he has a mental disorder. He needs to get help or seek help. He also isn't able to stay still. It almost looks like he's under the influence as he's saying this. This is sad. This is not normal behavior. He looks like a full-on 60-year-old dude getting mad because people won't call him by his preferred pronoun. That if that's the most you have to worry about, it seems like you have a pretty good life. Throwing a tantrum because someone's not willing to call you by your fake pronoun that you tell everyone you want to be called by. This is ridiculous.
People refer to me as sir when I prefer to be referred to as ma'am. I speak as someone who is afraid to use public toilets. I speak as someone who is a member of this community and is a queer person.
You have to imagine being me and my wife.
So
Feeling
scary.
that our marriage rights will be stripped away at any moment.
Please, I only have so much time. Please, Joe's gonna cut me off.
Which matters more? Covering the legal fees of systemic police brutality or protecting the lives of queer people in our community? How many lives have to be lost before you consider fighting back against fascism and corruption?
Now is the time to say
What does
that
that
federal
even
money
mean?
relies on the dehumanization of trans people, that we don't want your goddamn money.
I get that some of you care more about easy funding than trans lives and don't mind Nazis for some whatever reason, but
This talking point of just calling people who don't agree with you Nazis has been overplayed. The American public already made a huge mandate decision in the last election, and we are done with it. And one of the number one factors is not just the border or the economy, it was the grooming of the children. It's so sad to see that there's adults that act like this, that just throw little tantrums every time they don't get their way or they're not called by their preferred pronoun. This is not the way to get your message across. And it will continue to be this way until we shut it down, which is exactly what Trump has been doing these past month.
Normally, I would say good evening, but through the chair, I will only impart my sour grapes.
It's an extremely emotional and taxing thing to stand up here as someone as part of the trans and gender diverse community.
My name is Katie. I'm from District 5, and I'm speaking in support of agenda items 10B and 14B. Right now in our country, Trump is threatening the trans and gender diverse community.
Noticing people here are trying to control the
This part pisses me off the most. You are going to use a kid to push your woke agenda to try to make who feel bad. Majority of people do not support this, not just in the United States, but around the world. And you're going to use a kid as a prop to push your wicked agenda and your wicked thoughts onto the youth. This right here is the most disgusting part of the video. And you know that his parents are there. So he's being groomed from the time that he looks like he's, 5 or 6 years old. And he's already being groomed into this movement. I know people get mad when I say it's a cult, but it's starting to look a lot like a cult when you force beliefs on other people. Like, this is disgusting behavior.
others, and that's not right. We should make Worcester a sanctuary city for trans people. Everybody deserves to feel safe, and everybody needs to feel safe. I've lived here for 4 years, and there hasn't really been any changes in how people feel safe in the city. My birthday is this Saturday, and all I want is peace and for you to vote yes. Please don't let me down for my birthday. There's a lot of queer people that I love, and to Candy Carlson, you should know to never call someone I'm 7 and I know better. The kids are watching and we're ready to vote you out.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this is definitely a cult. This is the party of tolerance and acceptance, yet they just come in and act like little kids and throw little tantrums and cuss and scream at the representatives, thinking that this is gonna bring more people to their movement. If anything, this is just pushing so many more people away by this woke, very small minority of woke agenda. It's just disgusting behavior, and I cannot believe we are dealing with this in the United States of America. I also can't believe that grown adults are acting like toddlers like this on live television. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Crazy but funny at the same time, but what do you expect from the left? They learned nothing from this last election. Love you guys. Have a great day. Peace.